Sir Toks is in the building.
It's yours truly, Slang Hugh.
World famous, yes.
I agree with everything the man was saying.
Nonsense.
Are you dumb?
Greetings and salutations, everybody. It's yours truly, Slang Hugh. And in the building, once again, it's the Man Dem Show.
Monday.
Toks. We in the building. Me, like I said my name already, right?
You did say your name, yes.
I have to say
I'll just say mine. My name is Sir Toks. I'm in the building, stepping it up one more time before I head out back to the west.
the sticks.
The sticks. I'm only one province away, and he doesn't realize.
This guy says one province like it's next door. Like,
But it is next door.
like
Manitoba
he's in
is next door.
Mississauga and I'm in Brampton.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
No, it's the same thing. Really.
Yeah.
If you're talking about provinces, yes, it's the same thing.
No, it's-
I am next door.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I might be $700 away for a trip, but it's still next door.
Exactly.
But we'll talk about that another time.
Next door. But we'll get it. Anyway,
We'll get you.
We're here today. As usual, we're going to break down a couple topics, actually 3 topics. We have a special guest in the building who's going to chime in on the topics, and we had to go out and get somebody special.
Oh, thank you.
But due to the fact that they couldn't make it today,
No, he's.
I'm just joking. I'm just
He said
joking. This is one of the finest girls I've seen in a long
Oh,
time.
wow, thank you.
So we
Introduce
met
yourself.
her. Yes.
Introduce
I
yourself.
am Sasha Curves. Hello, hi, good evening.
Tell them where they can find you.
Oh, and you can find me on Instagram at Sasha's with an S_.
Where's the phone?
Curves.
Where's the phone? Let me check it real quick. I can't see Sasha's
No, you
curves.
can't see Sasha's
can't.
curves.
I know I see it in the flesh, but I would like to see it on Instagram.
Well, in the flesh is better. I don't know what kind of pervert you are, but we'll deal with that later. You and the stalker, man.
I'll get it on my own. It's all right. I don't need your help. I don't know wingman.
So what, you want me to introduce the first topic?
Well, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the first topic today we're going to talk about is TV and movies. Has it become a quantity or quality? Are we getting more just movies and TV shows that don't really have no substance? Or are we getting good shows? Now that we have things like HBO and Netflix and things where we could just subscribe to some alternate cable to get to watch what we actually want to watch. Are the shows getting better? Or are they getting worse?
Worse.
Well, Sasha feels passionate, so you go ahead.
Well, I don't know what's on TV now. Reality shows.
What do you watch? What do you watch?
Reality garbage.
See,
So you watch it though?
that's why.
Yeah, because
Well, that's why it's on TV.
That's not true.
Okay, I watch like Law and Order and
I love that show.
That's a good show.
Chicago Fire, Chicago.
Criminal Minds?
No, that's not that.
Chicago NYPD or something like that?
Yeah, Chicago.
How does
Fire?
How does Criminal Minds freak you out and NYPD and all these other ones?
I don't know. Criminal Minds is on a different.
Yeah, Criminal Minds is kind of dark.
Different level.
I guess because of my place of work,
Yeah.
it interests me
No,
because
it's because you're a pervert. We already covered it.
I just feel
I'm a
like
sick man.
You could
Don't make me come to your house. I warn you.
He drives a white van, but
No license plates.
I just find like there's a lot of reality TV shows that have no substance, but we're drawn to them because they have drama. And like I'll sit down and watch the entire franchise of Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of everything, Preachers of wherever, like all these reality shows because nothing else is on TV except for the news. And what we're seeing in the news is so sad, and then we just take away from the sadness and watch reality crap, which entertains me to the fullest.
Okay.
because of the drama.
Oh, I love the drama. It's not my drama,
But it's empty.
You like other
so-
people's
but it's
drama?
Because-
other people's drama.
See, I can't get into the reality shows just simply because I know it's not real and they're trying to bill it as that. So
Yeah.
No,
I
that's,
think you're
well,
trying to trick
depends
me.
on what type of reality show you're talking about. You're talking about those celebrity reality shows?
Any of them at this point.
Okay,
Even the,
remember, I
even
applied-
the cooking shows.
I applied for Big Brother, and you know what?
Did you?
Yeah, I almost made it too.
Why?
Why?
Okay, Amazing Race. I could probably give up.
I would-
that.
I would-
That
I would-
Yeah, I would love to do Amazing Race.
Amazing
I would
Race.
love to do Amazing
But why would you go on Big Brother?
Two things. One, I think I could win on that show because I'm a totally different type of cat when it comes to that stuff. I'm competitive and so forth. And actually, the second part is to see if it actually is staged or faked or whatnot. Because I wanted to see myself if really and truly are they really predetermined situations. You know what I'm saying?
I think what happens is they a lot, even if it's not directly staged, they put you in positions.
Yes.
So they pretty much they're
Because there's a lot of
directing you.
psychological evaluation that
definitely.
goes on. So they're
Most definitely.
They're gonna put you, like if they know you're the angry black guy,
Right.
they're gonna put you in a house with the racist guy, the racist white guy.
No, you're right.
So
No.
that guy, hopefully he agitates you.
And then,
Enough.
But you might,
For a storyline.
you guys might become friends.
no, you're right.
That
That
is-
throws off their whole dynamic. Then
But they
have to-
do something else.
Then they'll throw in something
Right,
else to make
something
it.
else.
No,
Something
you're
else.
right. And that's why when I saw, I actually saw the list of people that they had in the house, and they had from the country guys, and this is Big Brother Canada I'm talking about. They had the country guys who are really cowboyish. And then you had the city guys or the gals, whatever, were very posh. Then you had the metrosexual, you had the bisexuals, you had the homosexuals, you had everything, right? You had that melting pot, and they were trying to obviously start fire.
Yeah.
They wanted to start fire
Really
and
makes
see
sense.
what happens. That's what I think these shows are supposed to do. To start fire somewhere. And kid you not, it is bad TV, but it's drawing TV.
Oh, yeah.
So you watch reality shows?
I boycotted Big Brother because I didn't get on the show. So, so if Big Brother's listening, you better put me on the show so you get your ratings back up. But I don't watch reality TV. I do watch other shows.
Right.
And I think I'm drawn to the shows based on my profession because the crime shows, the Law and Order, the Criminal Minds, and so
Yeah, I
forth.
like crime
They interest me.
I like crime and gang shows.
But at the same time, when we're talking about quality and quantity, I think they're putting out more quantity than quality now, just because they have no imagination anymore.
Oh,
I mean, they have remade so much different shows and movies. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, how many Law and Orders do you need?
Yeah, I know.
How many CSIs do you need?
Yeah.
Right? They don't have no creativity.
Yeah.
Although they have good shows,
Yeah.
but they have no creativity,
that's
right?
true.
You're correct.
I mean, back in the day when you had, I think, Thursday nights where you have the family night where you would watch the Cosbys or the Family Ties or whatever, those shows are not there anymore. No Family Matters, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
We're
But
here.
shows like Blackish are trying to,
Right,
bring those
but
kinds of
the
things back.
quality of it is not good. It's not.
No, Blackish is a good show.
No, well, okay.
Blackish is
Yeah,
really
Blackish
No,
is
don't.
a good
I'm sorry.
show.
I'm not saying it's not.
in general. I hear
Yeah,
you.
it's just that's just one off
One
of
of
whatever,
that,
right?
yeah.
There's nothing
There's
else.
not that many, yeah,
right,
there's
and
nothing
then
compared to.
right,
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
and it just doesn't make sense that they're not putting out more household names. No real actors are really going out to make a difference or make a move, right? All these actors that we used to watch are now behind the scenes. So they don't need to make that more anymore.
Well,
don't
they're
have to be in
all
front.
older. and-
Well, yes, they make.
They
it
can
all
still
different.
do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. What was that? The Game. I never really watched the Game.
I like that.
But I heard it was really good.
After a while, after they cut it off and then brought it back,
It was
Yeah.
the same, but I
Yeah,
believe
it was the same.
Kelsey
I still watch
Grammer
it,
was the executive
Original.
producer.
Yeah, original.
Right.
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
And that too,
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
He made that happen.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who we used to watch on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So again, I love watching this show, Frasier.
Yeah.
A funny show for me. Even Seinfeld, funny show. But those shows are now gone.
Right.
Now we're watching the same old thing over and over
And the
again.
thing about those shows too is like Seinfeld. Sorry,
Mm-hmm,
they were highbrow entertainment. Like you had to, even though Seinfeld was literally about nothing.
Right.
The nothingness was so intelligent. Like
Exactly.
they presented it very intelligent. Like
Very
even
much so.
Shows like The Simpsons was very intelligent.
Yeah.
Like I had a teacher in Augusta. And he said, "Hey, my English teacher,
Right.
watch Simpsons,
Right.
Because they do a lot of English references.
Yeah,
So
no,
watch The
they do
Simpsons.
their history.
Yeah.
They do their homework.
But now I think we get shows like, for straight comparison, we have Simpsons of our day, and now we have Family Guy. Family Guy's funny to me, but
But it's a different type of
Guy
funny.
there's no substance in
The,
that
the
show.
Family Guy's not even a cartoon for children.
No.
It's an
No.
adult.
Mind you, Simpsons really wasn't either.
No, it wasn't.
No.
But it
But
could happen.
it broke the mold. So
Yeah.
when Simpsons came out, it broke the mold.
Right.
But you're right, it's not the same anymore.
No.
They're just putting it out, and some of them go up,
Above.
above
Yeah.
and beyond that they shouldn't, and it makes things kind of hard to say, yeah, let me sit back, my child or my youth or whatever, and
No,
watch this. They
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
And then when you start watching, it's like, this is crap.
Yeah.
Why would I watch this?
Like even the other day, I was watching. I don't watch Young and the Restless anymore, but I want someone there watching Young and the Restless, and just even the content. They repeat these dead characters.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's just
Soap
like
operas
it's-
especially.
soap operas. I'm just like, why
Yeah.
do people?
There is
like,
no
still
creativity.
watch this? Nothing.
None.
Nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
I'm gonna slightly disagree. I think now the music, I think entertainment in general, because of the internet, has changed, and I think what it is that the things that are more accessible to us aren't as good. I would agree. Whereas back in the day, the things that were more accessible to us were better. They had higher quality. Like you had to have money to give us a good show back in the day.
Okay.
But nowadays, minus the black sitcom, like you're saying, which that's a whole different subject altogether. But I think the quality of TV is not on normal cable television.
So where is it?
It's on HBO.
No, but
it's on
I'll
Netflix,
even change that.
No, it's not.
No. Here's the thing, and I think you're on the right path on what you're saying. But I think it's not even on TV anymore, or not even HBO or specialty channels. I think the internet has destroyed the quality. Because again, we have the access. Remember, you're saying access. We're getting access to everything. I mean, you have all these Android boxes and so forth. All you have to do is stream a
But there's
show.
a give and take with that because the internet took away the overlord.
Right.
The big
restriction.
companies only
Took away
being
the
able to-
restriction of
Like me and you have an idea to do a podcast.
Right.
We couldn't do that back in the day.
No, you're right.
Like we'd have to build our career up, go to school,
Right.
We couldn't just bam, we're gonna do a podcast. Which is the same thing. Things like I'll even go back. Things like Blair Witch Project weren't able to happen. Like
No
that
small
even
town.
had to go through a certain process to get this.
You're right. You're right.
But right now, if somebody wanted to do the Blair Witch Project, which say that never existed, if a man did it right now, put it on YouTube. He's a celebrity. Look at a show like Money and Violence. I don't know if you guys watch that.
Yeah.
Money and Violence, horrible acting,
You're the first
but
person to tell me.
great,
Content.
great content.
Okay.
The writing is great, but the acting is
I didn't.
horrible.
Okay.
Big up to Man Dem because of the fact that you guys got me watching for 2 seasons and it's
But then,
there's like 5 guys on the show who can act.
Okay, but
But it's realistic. Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to
so it's good TV to you.
It's good TV because it's real. Okay, I'll give you another example. If you ever watched The Wire back in the day.
Oh, I love The Wire.
The Wire is the best
It's
show
the
ever.
greatest
Ever.
show
It's definitely
ever.
the best cop show ever.
No, not even cop. Just best series in life.
That's what
I'm sorry. I saw the comparison. They said it was head to head versus Sopranos,
yeah.
and it destroyed it.
Yeah, it is.
Season 2. Where
Was weak?
If you watch season 2 now, though, not even that. By the time season 5 rolled around, this is the whole Wire thing. By the time season 5 rolled around, they brought it.
Season 2
back.
came full circle.
So it worked.
Everything
the
worked,
whole.
yeah, absolutely.
I will say that season 1 is the best season ever. I mean, I loved it.
I think season 3 for me.
Season 4, the kids season was my favorite one.
The drugs and the kids.
Yeah, when the kids started schools.
I didn't like putting the kids in the situation. they were in.
Anyway, as I was saying, listen, you guys are killing me with it. As I was saying, Money and Violence is
Okay, I'll take that.
a worse version of The Wire in terms of acting. Because you see how The Wire, they had locals.
No, but the Wire acting was.
The actors acted well, but they also had local people that acted.
Yeah.
Like what's
And they
her face,
were
like
real
Stu?
And
yeah,
Stu.
but they still made it realistic.
Right,
Yeah.
You felt the
Right.
grittiness from them.
Right.
But where Money and Violence is all Snoops. Put it that way. Everybody.
Everybody's just there.
So.
They created her.
Think of her by herself.
They created her. Remember that.
That's what I'm saying. Think of her on the screen with another her, like she's acting against herself.
So it's
bro.
ghetto. It would be
It's
ghetto.
ghetto, bro. I've seen her in a Spike Lee movie recently. Don't watch this movie. What's the movie called again?
I heard she left to went to jail for
In
assault.
blood of Jesus. Sweet blood of Jesus. And she was
in-
horrible. It's terrible.
She's not an actress. Remember, what's his face? Omar brought her in. She saw her on the street. Said, "Yo, you'd be perfect with this." He was in a strip club and she was on getting lap dances from some chick and whatever. And
Yeah, it
said,
sounds
"Yo,
familiar.
boom." So yeah, but now we're talking TV now. There, if we go into the film on the film industry,
I don't
again,
know what movie.
films right now are just getting thrown out. Keeps on going.
Besides comic book movies, there's not much.
But that's the
The
thing.
last movie I watched was Straight Outta Compton in the theater. That was the last movie.
But even not even in the theaters, again, because of the access of internet, you can watch anything anytime now. So when I see a movie like X-Men, okay, that's probably it's a good movie.
That's not good.
But again, when you see
It's not bad.
it's all right, it's all right. But again, you'll see that, and then you'll see The Conjuring 2, and then you have Now
Yeah,
You
too much
See Me
sequel.
2, and then you'll see like
Virgin.
yeah, like there's no creativity, there's nothing else,
Well,
right?
there's How to Get Our all those black movies that have sequels like Barbershop 5 now.
Well, we're on Barbershop 3 right now.
Yeah,
Right now.
or-
But yes. but I hear you. But again, it just seems like they don't have creativity anymore.
No. No.
And
it's the same premise, plot, script. You know, it's I don't know. I'll watch the reality TV. That's just
so you don't watch movies. You're not a movie person.
I if there was something, listen, if
No
they
Netflix
made
and chill.
movies like yeah, well, I spend the entire day.
That's all I can tell you. Back up off the mic, stalker.
The entire day watching Orange is the New Black.
I can't
on
stand that
Netflix.
show.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
You
either.
can't stand it?
I'm not really a prison drama guy.
No, I'm I watched the first.
Taking Wentworth.
I watched the first 2
Wentworth
seasons.
It's
or,
a
yeah, it's
prison
women.
drama, but it's all women, and it takes
good?
place in Australia.
Is that a realistic
It
it's a
is
reality
amazing.
show?
It's
Watch
again,
it.
I haven't
It's
watched
not
it. I was
reality.
told.
Oh, no?
And
It's really
they said it trumps the
Orange is the
Orange
New
is the New Black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
better. That
yeah.
was better.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Take it in.
I'll take it in. I might even take it in tonight if I
Yeah.
could. But again, Orange is the New Black. The premise at the beginning was great, but then when they have to satisfy the public,
Yes.
just quickly
It
they
just
want
quick,
something.
yeah, because I don't know, they threw this season together, and like I said, I spent the entire day yesterday watching season 4, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to watch this again.
It's on season 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I only finished 2.
Yeah.
It's hard for me because seasons. It's hard for me. The Wire, I think, is the last show.
You need to
I
take
can watch
it well.
back to front.
Well,
It takes
Ken,
me-
do you have an Android box or whatnot?
Yeah, but it's even, for example, Daredevil's a really good show, but I
Very
still
good.
haven't finished it. I started and then I'll stop.
Now there's a way
and
to
then I
watch
start
that. Though.
again.
But here's the thing. See, because of Netflix now, they take away. They have changed the way you watch TV.
Right.
now.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
you have to watch Jessica Jones before you watch.
I did that.
Daredevil. Right. So I'm just
Jessica
saying.
Jones is a wicked show.
Oh, yes.
I don't even
For
know what
sure.
Better than
Jessica Jones is.
Daredevil.
These are all Marvel superheroes.
Oh, I'm not
whatnot.
interested. Next.
But
No,
no,
it's
but
see, the way
again,
they
again,
Daredevil maybe not, but Jessica Jones,
Jessica
the way
Jones
they
will
present
change your
that show,
aspect of how you
might even
watch
change your
these
perspective.
superhero shows.
not
Again, just
really-
watch one episode and you'll see.
That
Totally
show's not
different.
really a superhero show.
No,
She just
not yet.
happens to have superpowers.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
In fact, the show is based upon her pretty much running away from her superpowers.
Right. She didn't want to be the person she was. But anyways, as I was saying, is the quality that they're putting out there right now is just the fact.
Sound.
It just keeps on putting up. They just keep on putting stuff up,
Yeah,
yeah.
and there's nothing good about the quality of these movies. I mean, half of these movies and TV shows are getting 2 out of 4 stars or 2 out of 5 stars and whatnot, and they're just making their money and they're done.
It's been a long time since. The last. I'm gonna tell you, the last great movie I saw great is probably The Wolf of Wall Street.
Everybody says that.
I haven't watched that.
Probably the
I
last
got disturbed. I was
great
disturbed
movie.
by it. I don't know why.
But and I said that to say that there's not many great movies, or again, I personally believe it's just that we don't know about the great movies.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think it's a thing where, again, just like music, there's good music out there, but you have to go digging. And if you're not willing to go digging, or you don't have the right plug, or you have the
Nope.
right link,
Well, when we talk about digging too, that's another problem for me in terms of having cable versus having an Android box. People are getting rid of their cable, and I work for a telecommunications company
I'm sorry to hear
where
oh,
where people are saying to me,
My
well, I don't
condolences.
need cable anymore. All I need is unlimited internet, and I have an Android box. For me, the problem with that is I don't want to look. I don't want to scroll for anything. I don't want to.
you have to know what you're looking
I
for.
gotta know what I'm looking for in order to, want to watch it. If I know that Chicago Fire is coming on at 9 o'clock, I'll just go to my digital box and put it on Chicago Fire at 9 o'clock.
But the
But
thing
at
with
the
the
same
Android
time,
is you can watch the whole Chicago.
watch
Yeah,
it.
but I don't. But that's the
That's
thing,
what
though.
Netflix-
I would.
You
It's
enjoy
anticipation
that. Yes.
of next week's
Some
episode.
people like that. Some people like that.
Again, you can do that with an Android box because
Yeah, you could,
a
by
perfect
choice.
example is a lot of people are now watching Game of Thrones, one of the hottest shows out there, and it is pretty darn good.
Yeah,
And
Game of Thrones.
every week, another show is added to this box because via the internet. So someone tapes it and puts it on.
Yeah,
there.
you
So
can do that
your
with-
anticipation is still there.
That is
It's
true.
the older shows like Chicago Fire, Kill Street Blues, The Cosby Show.
But believe it or
whatever.
not, some people still like commercials. Like some people. enjoy-
Again, you're right. You're right.
Like to
Yeah.
watch commercials.
You're right.
Like the
I
first
sometimes
48.
do. Sometimes it depends on
No,
the show.
depends on the show.
I don't know how I would watch the first 48 on an Android box. Like to me, I
I
have
love
to
that
watch
show.
that Thursday
I can't watch that
night.
show.
I love
9
that
o'clock.
show.
I
I
have
actually
to.
watched it.
seeing brother after brother put a brother in jail. I'm tired.
Not only black people though.
But it's way too many.
Well,
Oh man.
He's fled
Yeah.
to New Orleans
Oh,
with his girlfriend Bibi. Bibi did done turned
I mean,
in.
I just like the anticipation of next week's episode, and so I will wait the week to watch these shows because
So the next time she watches or waiting for the next 48-hour show, I'm just gonna call her and say,
no, absolutely
guess
not.
what?
You will not. I will do. And Nicole, no, you would not do that.
Okay. So we're talking segue. Well, okay. Actually, here's a funny thing here.
Yeah.
This is an easy segue here.
Wait, before you start, I just want to let the people know.
Yeah.
Apparently, he has dubbed himself the Segway Man.
Segway.
So we're about to test the skills. He's going to segue from this topic, the TV and movies, entertainment, into the next topic. And I'm not going to tell you the next topic is because I want to see what he can do.
Okay, here you go. So, say for instance,
Segway Man.
okay, we're talking about TV and film and how we have the accessibility to watch most of the stuff at home with the Android box and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a story then. I invited someone over a while ago, actually a few months ago, whatever, and come watch a movie, whatever. So this person was from out of town. See? So
You flying them in.
hold on. They chose to fly in, but they came in and we
Really?
watched. Oh yes, most definitely.
To watch TV with you? Why she have money?
No comment.
Yes,
Go on, sorry.
we'll not comment about that. Anyways, well, yes. And basically, because of the poor quality of the movies that were available, the TV watching was limited. so then that brings us to the topic of why did this person waste that much time and money to fly themselves?
Let me tell you that one. Just a while ago when I
This story was not true at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It was pork.
Too
You
late.
could have said to me when you were saying you're gonna call me,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And bother me about the show or tell me about the show. You could have used that
Just a
opportunity to segue into the
We
new
take,
topic.
and with that,
Take my
your
title.
title has been
My
stripped,
title
my
is-
friend. You have to bring that back. Your
I'm
title
no
has
longer
been
the king of
stripped.
segues. Fine.
But I will let you introduce the next
Most
topic.
definitely, this topic is, I guess, is kind of, it hits me a bit because I mean, based on my
I think all of us
my location, but since moving to Winnipeg, I have my ties with Toronto. So having relationships is tough, especially when you've done a lot of work making relations here work in Toronto or in wherever city you're from. So the next topic is about long distance relationships and do they work? And if they work, how does one make them work? So again, it is probably
Mr. Slang,
This
you
is-
can start this one.
this is a very difficult topic.
No.
I'm
I'm just
just
gonna sip
starting.
my water.
I'm a man who likes to start these things off quick and simple and give you
Quick
my
hit?
answer first and then
Boom.
explain it. So quick and simply, no, they don't work. At least not for me. I don't quite get it. Maybe I'm too
Rigid.
hands-on
That's a good word. Yeah.
um,
Hands-on,
to be a bit jealous, to be
What you say? What? Sorry, jealous?
less trusting. No, but I think there's a difference between being jealous with a girl who's right beside you or down the street or in the same city as opposed to a girl who's country away or province away or
Okay.
state
Okay.
away
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Okay.
continent away.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
And
makes sense.
you can't, there is, this is going to sound bad, and I don't necessarily
Talk to me
mean it
about
as
something.
masculinely as I'm saying it, but there is something to be said about not being able to check up on somebody.
Okay.
Not saying that you would do it, but
No,
having
but-
the ability to do it gives you more comfort.
When you say check up, though, you mean just roll by the house and see?
Any kind of checkup, any checkup that you would do. Any kind.
I'm just making sure you're watching Disci.
Pop up on it. That's it. It's called a pop up. It does pop up. So, but any kind of checkup. It could be a phone call. It could be. It might not even be a direct checkup. It might be running into them on the street because you guys live in the same place.
Okay.
Could be that. But if they live in a different country, they could tell you they're in the bathroom, and they're not in the bathroom. You have no.
So it's a trust issue.
It is.
It's ultimately a trust issue.
Okay. But again,
Having said that, when I said that I don't think they're for me, I reserve the right to say I can never say never.
Have you tried one though?
I have.
you been in one?
I have
Okay.
tried.
How far?
But how? Okay.
What is long distance?
No, here's the
he's
thing.
gonna break him down right
Okay.
now.
The
Don't tear up now.
distance.
It's all right. Don't tear up. It's okay.
Distance.
They don't see your tears
wasn't
on radio.
the reason it didn't work for me in that particular case.
Okay.
I've had something when I was younger, but I don't count that because you're young, dumb, full of cum. You don't really.
Young, dumb, and full of.
Full of gibberish.
Now I'm old,
Wow.
bold, and never cold. You know what I'm saying? Give me a fist bump. Give me the fist bump.
What the heck is never called, guy?
But all I'm saying is, my recent long distance didn't work, and it wasn't solely because of distance. That was a part of it, but it wasn't
Okay.
solely because.
How
of
far
distance.
are we talking?
She lived in Phoenix,
Oh wow.
Arizona.
Okay.
That's a good distance, still.
That is a good distance.
But again, how long was it? How long did it last?
Just under 2 years or one
Wow.
and a half, maybe.
So-
Wow. Okay, let me rephrase. Let me.
I hope she's listening.
If it
I'll
was
give you a
a-
fist bump.
I don't know. It was a relationship. I'm not gonna say that it was.
It was a relationship. Okay.
So more so friendship,
It
extended.
was more
Did
like
he
a
say,
friendship.
hold on, did he just say it was not a relationship?
No, it was a
It
relationship.
was a relationship.
Okay.
But everything is a relationship. Friendship is a relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
It was definitely more than friendship.
It was more than friendship, but I'm saying it was more of a friendship because
But
of
no, I
distance.
defined it. So yes, it was a relationship.
No.
Was there relations going
Was it
on?
relations?
What the hell is going on? I'm calling out. I'm
Was
calling
it
out.
relations?
Was
Just
it-
stick it in?
Oh wow!
Did you suck it?
Ah.
I mean,
Listen,
it's a
This is a
relationship.
family show.
All I'm
folks.
trying to
sorry.
It is not a family
I
show. I
have no-
asked that beforehand.
I have no problem answering these questions.
Okay.
Off camera. Come off. Stop, Mike.
Make sure you have no problem answering them.
Okay.
as well.
Oh,
Again, it's
I
checking.
can have a mind. Can you handle it?
Second.
Hey.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so it was a-
peer pressure is a hell of a drug.
It was.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So anyway, but what I was saying is, I think they might work for some people, but you have to be ultimately trusting. You have to be patient.
How
And you have to have
often
money.
did you see her?
That's the
Did
thing.
she come and see you?
Yes.
Okay.
During those
and-
2 years, we probably saw each other, not including first meeting.
Okay.
Whatever. It doesn't.
Was there any?
It's not a full 2 years, about 5 times.
Was there
Okay.
any?
How did you guys meet?
I went on a cruise, met our boat in the middle of the ocean.
That's why.
That's what I want this game.
I'm going on the next.
I need to go on.
I told you to reach.
Yeah, but you know, money is a thing.
Somebody's a cruise
see-
going on the end of this year, right?
That's where I do believe. That's why I say you can never say never, because I believe that in those situations you will meet somebody, but it's just you have to have the patience.
Right.
You have to have the trust, which I had the trust. I don't know if I had the patience,
Okay.
and you have to
Well, 5
have.
times in 2 years.
If there's the money,
Yeah.
if the money, if there's the money to
you know what,
travel,
though?
There's always it was no.
you can't drive to
No,
Phoenix.
no, here's the
Why
thing.
the hell not?
You can,
Here's the
but you
thing.
don't want to.
Here's the thing. Here's the
No,
thing.
well-
If you knew how to get there on a cheaper rate, you would have been
Would you
doing
would,
it
yeah.
better. Because there's ways to get there easier.
You guys are really calling me out here.
No, all I'm saying
This
is
is not okay.
Okay,
let me
first-
put in my disclaimer first before we continue.
No disclaimers.
My disclaimer is this: this in no way reflects how I felt about this girl.
Oh no, we're not saying that.
but-
No, we're not saying
No,
that.
because what I'm about to say may actually come across as that. I didn't feel like if there was a cheaper route, like taking a bus or driving. I wasn't that in love.
No, okay.
I was not in love. That's actually probably the problem.
Okay, fair enough.
Right there.
Fair enough.
But do you think if you'd seen her more that you would be in love, or you would have gotten to that love?
It's a whole different thing. Because for me, we're talking thousands of
love
love.
here, you know.
Love for me is not a thing. In my personal experience,
not no music
it's
soul
an
child.
organic thing. So it's a thing that you don't. I know people say you work on it, and I think you work on love once you're in it. But
Okay.
working to be in love doesn't make sense to me. I think you're either in love or you're not. It either happens or it doesn't. I don't think you
okay.
to fall in love.
You
Either
fall in
you
love,
either
right?
fall in love or you don't.
You can fall in with anybody, though.
Actually, I'm going to rephrase that because that word "fall" again it sounds very involuntary.
Be in
I think we can make choices to fall in love. But my point is, you fall in love. It happens or it doesn't. I don't believe you can work on falling in love.
No, I definitely
You
understand what you're
can
saying.
not fall in love with somebody at one point and then fall in love with them at another point, but those are two different things.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't work towards that.
Right.
Fall and you just now I love the person.
It happens.
Yeah. So to bring it full circle and finish my answer, I don't believe they work unless you have those three things that I mentioned: money, time, patience,
Okay.
and trust. 4 things.
Okay.
And I guess they do work for a lot of people because there's a whole lot of Toronto girls marrying Jamaican men. So
That's a different topic, though. This is-
we're gonna use that topic.
That is an exact
because sometimes them people that are marrying those people out there,
It's for
it's
money.
not for love.
Yeah, but a lot of times apparently.
Ain't nobody talking about loving this long distance relationship.
No, she didn't say love.
Now she's going to take the
Oh, that's a good job.
Yeah.
Good
all,
job.
all of a sudden, it's the Slang Toks and Sasha show.
I told
It
you.
could be.
Wow.
I told you that Peel region taught us well.
It could be.
I don't know what you guys are getting in Rexdale.
Hey, I didn't go to school in Rexdale. I was smarter than
Brampton,
that.
we were getting education. All right. You guys were getting child rearing.
Wow. Child rearing.
That's a segue. See?
No, I'm not down here. I didn't my take on it.
Are we going to you, Miss Sasha?
Yes.
Curves?
You wanna go?
No, if you feel free to chime in on this right now. Long distance relationships.
Chop it down.
Do they work? First of all, do they work?
They can.
They can.
They can.
Have you been in one?
No. Long distance could be. Look at his face. Long distance could be Ajax, Asha.
Wow. Hold on here. Let's define the
Let's define long
Let's
distance.
define long
because
distance.
I live
More-
in the east. I live in the west, and you could live far east, which is Oshawa, Ajax, Pickering.
Stop.
That's long distance to me.
Stop.
Oakville
No, I'm not gonna.
is
No.
long distance.
No.
Orangeville.
If you can drive to the location.
I can drive- I
Hold on.
can
No.
drive
Let
to
me finish.
Phoenix.
If you can drive to the location of your significant other within a 2-hour span, that is not a long distance.
Really?
I'm telling you that.
You're good. Okay.
2 hours is nothing. 2
I
hours
think they
is
can
nothing.
definitely work.
Why or how?
How?
Yeah.
You have to be committed. You have to be willing. You have to. I'm not even gonna put love, but you guys have to be of like mind. Like you can make ways or find ways, and as you said, cheaper ways to get to your significant other. I've never been in a long distance relationship.
Never?
Never.
She said
What
long
was it?
distance to her was from her to Ajax. Okay.
You're Ajax.
Here the age.
Yeah, that's what she said.
See, that's, I'm not even gonna cut you off, but I'm gonna say, honestly, I don't even know if I can date a girl in Scarborough. I don't even know if I can do that. That might be even too far.
That's kind of the breed of person you are, though. Brampton and Scarborough, they don't mix. But anyway, that's a different story.
No.
As you were.
But I'm willing to try one. I'm not a. Look at his face.
I'm just saying. Okay. No, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'll explain to me, to the folks here, my situation. I've been in a long distance relationship before, and again, you're thinking from here to Ajax. I was dating a girl who was in Sault Ste. Marie. That's a 9-hour drive. Okay. Now
What? That's my next.
hear me out. No. Again, not even that.
9 hours.
Listen.
Damn.
When you care, or you think that there's a potential for something to happen that's bigger than you take that risk, the leap of faith.
Of course.
Right. So I
Well,
took
you
that.
should. Yes.
Of course.
You should.
So I did take the bus down there for an
The
hour.
bus?
Yeah. No. Hear me out. Hold on.
Bus?
When I
9-hour bus ride?
yeah. When I had a football game out there, me and my buddy went there, and I stayed at her place. Again, convenience, right? My buddy had a football game. We spent time together. When it was time for her to try to come out here, I flew her out here. Again, it wasn't as expensive back then.
Yeah, then it's
so, again, and you did whatever you could at that
How old
time.
were you when this was? If you don't mind me asking.
I was 28.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, I was making, with me, I would do anything possible to make it work. It takes two to tango, though.
Of course.
So when people like yourself, you stated, there's certain things that have to happen, trust, love, and so forth. I didn't have a problem with the trust situation. If you're giving me that effort, that means you want to be here. So that's one thing. If you're giving me time on the phone, that means you want to talk to me. I don't care what you're doing outside of the realm. That's your business. When it comes time for my time or our time, I'm there with you talking, whatever. It is what it is. I might have gone above and beyond with some of the things I did in terms of purchasing gifts and so forth. That's my own. No, again, it wasn't trying to buy anybody's love or anything, but I needed the communication to be consistent. The person didn't have something, so I sent something for them to help me communicate with them on a regular basis. So it was just pretty much solidifying the relationship. Going forward, of course, it didn't work because it was just too hard on her, and she said she wanted to end the thing. But, 5 or 10 years later, she's telling me she regretted the fact that didn't come to fruition. I'm not saying I'm all that, but because of the situations that she's gone through since that, she realized. So now, talking to people, I've talked to multiple people here about if they would, relocate to where I am to see if anything could happen. People say yes, or people say whatever, but really and truly, I don't think anybody is willing to leave and commit.
I think it's very hard to just pick up your life here and go to be with someone, and then you have that in your head, the what ifs. You know what I'm saying? And you have the doubt. What if it doesn't work out with this guy? What see me and to live with me are two completely different things. And I could chill with you, hang with you every single day, and we're cool. But the minute we live together,
my thing is, what is it like once you get on each other's nerves?
Right.
And because that is going to happen.
Right.
Well, that's where you test the situation. You get someone to stay with you for,
of course,
a weekend, a week, or whatever, and deal with it. And then remember, there's other variables. Some women now have
still
children.
Not the same though. A week is like vacationing.
You're right. The lovey-dovey stuff. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I miss you. Blah blah. But again, you have to keep. Again, you were asking how we're supposed to keep it working. Communication is key. You got to be on point all the time, right? Trust is key, right? Everything else is details.
Yeah.
Sexually, just details. Monetary, and when I say details, I'm saying it's not a deciding factor when you're for long distance. I'm saying. When you're in that.
If the sex ain't good, why am I staying in this long distance relationship?
I gotta go to Sasha.
What am I
holding on?
And that's why I'm relocating back to Toronto right now.
Why?
Okay, but I'm just saying.
You're far. Get out.
Okay. But okay, if you're saying the relationship was on point, you're saying you would do anything else to stay with that person? If the relation.
No, that's not the most important.
It's not the most, but it is definitely important.
Right. It's a factor.
When you look at that when you're going to marry somebody too, right? Sex is definitely something. Sex is something that's very important, right? in any form of relationship, whether it's long distance, whether we live, in the same house or down the street from one another, it is definitely important. I'm not going to be in a long distance relationship if your dick game sucks too. You're far and your dick game sucks. What are we doing? Just talking on the phone and you're making me feel better that way? Nah, that's not full circle for me.
Thank goodness I've never had that situation.
Doesn't make sense. But having said that, yeah, exactly. Sex is dancing, and we don't all match as partners.
Hey, I am very, 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 very.
We don't need
I'm skilled in multiple.
Let me say this one more thing. The last thing I'll say, even though I don't think long distance relationships work, I think when they do work, they work very well.
Yeah.
Okay, but
one of my girlfriends are getting married. Sorry to cut you. And her fiance lives out of the country, and their relationship is amazing.
Yeah, when it works, it works
so
very well.
I look to that and I'm like, oh my god, I could have that, but I'm not bringing up nobody from Jamaica. Don't ask me to hook you up with no friend. No married, nobody.
Sending messages.
Subliminals right there.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go down there and meet someone.
You hear that? You hear that, Lieber?
No.
Yes, man.
It's not happening.
With more.
Believe me. 3 years after you get your papers, that's
what we're gonna do. That we have to do that. That's a whole other.
But now, okay, I just wanted to ask now. if that's the case, okay, long distance wise, you have the trust, you have the commitment, and
You have the sex?
You have the sex,
This girl's kidding.
and you want to now bring this together as one, right? What? Okay, how should I word this? Do you leave the career you have built somewhere else for someone somewhere else?
Hell no.
Career versus job. That's important because I have a job. I don't have a career.
Yeah, but I still, I don't.
Even if you love your job.
So here's the thing about that.
Because again,
If I can find
I'm in a
another
career.
job
You're in a
somewhere
career.
else.
So I now, if I wanted to be with someone, I have to now factor out, do I now change my career or do I bring that person to me? And because of certain other factors that could happen, be it children, be it they have family they don't want to leave, be it a sick mother or sick father, whatever, those are factors that will restrict someone from wanting to come. As much as they love me, they restrict them from coming because of the variables involved in their life.
Okay.
So what do I do?
So I think research for one, because you might be able to move your job to wherever.
Say if it can't be done.
It can't be done.
Say if it can't be done.
Okay.
That you can't transfer yourself?
Yeah, say if you can't transfer or
And
whatever.
her job, she's just in the job or career.
She
Because
has a
believe
job that she loves.
So she might be able to look into.
It's not out in any other place.
What is sticky there?
Hell no.
Okay, hold on.
Hell no.
Are we just like
Hell no.
boyfriend and girlfriend? Is there like
You're
any
dating
type
for a
of-
year.
Yeah.
1 year?
I'm just doing
Giving
it.
out there.
We're supposed to date to get married. That's the whole premise.
Yes.
So this relationship, is it heading into that direction?
It should be.
Is it heading into that direction?
no. Yes.
Well, it seems the speed bump is the actual distance.
Yes.
The speed bump
the only
is the
distance
distance.
is the distance.
I mean, I think that if you really love that person, it should definitely propel you into the next phase.
Hold on. Okay, and again. I'm gonna say this, but it's not as masculine as it sounds. I use
Okay.
that one. Okay, barring certain situations. So barring that her job is not better or her situation is better. Barring that let's say we're both on equal ground,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I don't believe the guy should move.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he's the man?
Yeah. I don't believe. Actually,
No.
yeah, but actually, okay, but there is sexist. There is sort of sexist, but I'll tell you why. I don't believe, and this is also another topic we get into eventually. What topics?
We're talking about the man being.
You can always. I don't believe a man should move in with a woman.
I made that mistake once.
Is off top.
Nope.
There's certain situations. Don't get me
And
wrong.
here's why I believe in that too, because we as women are so quick to say, "Come out of my house, come out of my place."
Trust me.
A lot of
I know.
us do that, and I
In
get
today's
that.
society, especially where men and women are fighting for
Equality.
leader roles in relationships.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing is a thing where it's 50%, but neither one knows what's their 50 and what's their 50.
No, you're right.
We're fighting for the
You're right.
same 50.
Yeah.
Right.
So having said that, moving in with a woman, going cross country to move into her house,
Or
It is
apartment.
sticky.
But
she'd
again,
have to be a submissive woman, and she would have to be submissive almost to the point where she does. Because I'm not talking about a woman who's vindictively going to rub it in your face that you live in her house.
right.
I'm talking about a good girl.
Loves
But the
you,
point
wants
is,
you there.
there's going to be that day when you piss her off, and she says,
go find
"Go out."
Yeah.
Nah.
But okay, there's other variables. Again, there's a lot of women now at our age, right?
Sorry, extend that last point a little bit. Not that she'll tell you to come out of her place, because she can tell you to come out of your together place. The difference is your together place is different than her telling you to come out of her place.
Okay.
But anyway,
But
sorry.
yeah, but variables again, like I said, child or children are a factor. Some people are not worried about coming into a situation where there's a child involved and whatnot. That's not yours in the first place. So again, bringing someone over that is not yours, and you're taking on that responsibility as a parent could backfire or cause rift,
That's true.
right? And at the same time, going over there, again, you're now leaving or taking yourself away. And say if you have a child that you are bringing to the situation, again, the factors change once again. The whole dynamics change when you have children involved. Distance is one thing, but once you are connected to that child, long distance wise, you can be talking to a year and you're pretty much having a relationship with that woman or that man and that child. And it's harder to break that bond with that child than it is with that woman or with that man. So that's a lot of factors. That is a lot of factors that you have to think about when you're dealing with people. It's okay, buddy. You'll get there.
I
get
No, I don't do it.
I could pick up myself and move to be with my king. And I say that, king.
That's a very big word.
Yes, absolutely, because it's a lot.
King is a good word.
Yeah.
Let me just fix my crown real quick.
It would take a lot for me to leave my friends, my family. My mom doesn't live here, so whatever. I'd just be leaving Sharon, and I figure you don't really give two shit. That's my brother.
He'll visit when he
He'd be
visits.
like, I'm
Come when you come. Come when you come.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I think I could do it, but he has to be ready to receive me because he will be getting a lot, and I wouldn't like throw it in his face or resent him if things didn't work out. But I would move in hopes that this is it. This is marriage, and this is what it's going to be for the rest of your natural life. You ain't going to
Only way I can see a long distance working for me is if the relationship starts
here.
Starts
together.
at the
And maybe she has to move or I
But again, see, I've been in that situation. I started here. Remember, I was here
because I'm already trusting this person.
Okay, but I was here 30 years, and I've talked to multiple women in my times here, and to leave and ask someone to leave whatever they have there, all they know there, to come see me, and they don't. That is the hardest decision
Of course.
to do.
And that was actually part of my long distance relationship problem.
And the flip side, me establishing myself, again, I have a great career. It just started, but it's a career. It's not a job, it's not a whatever, not a hobby, it's a career. So me to now say, okay, you know what? I can try to transfer, which is probably not possible, or start a new career somewhere else. Now I put my faith in that person that I'm with because they can say the next week I'm out.
Yeah.
So now I've dropped everything I've done or accomplished out there and have nothing here to start from scratch. That is the scariest thing ever in life, especially again.
Well, I think
we're not young anymore.
I think if the person is not committing to even coming to see you, you can't trust that person to commit to a relationship with you.
I'd love to travel, so you're gonna tell me I need to come see you. I'm on the bus or train or whatever.
And that's
So then, okay, then
that is the definite positive of having somebody in a different place.
I'm going to Florida on Thursday, so hopefully, you know, I just okay, cool. We think that.
Can we edit that, please?
Florida's too far. It's too far. Don't worry.
Here's the thing, okay. With that being said, though, the monetary situation, though, if there's a commitment of a relationship, who is now fitting the bill for this thing?
Okay, so one of my best friend is in a long distance relationship.
Okay.
He lives in New York. She lives here. They met at work. He's always been in New York. She's always been here. But sometimes the company sends her to New York for work. So, you know, you kill two birds, one stone, whatever. So now how I feel how the situation is going is, you know, one weekend per month, he'll come or she'll go. Or they'll see each other at least twice a month. But with technology, the way it is, homeboy get an iPhone. We can... you know what I'm saying? We can FaceTime,
Skype and all that.
and Skype sex
Tango.
and all that shit, right? I'm just I love your face when I bring up these stupid things. But like with technology, those are your options. The options are, you know,
endless.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it doesn't have to feel like a long distance relationship.
And that's where the point is that if you have established that connection long distance wise, the transition to make it solidified shouldn't be that hard.
Right.
I just think when it starts off long distance, it's a little more difficult.
Well,
like if you guys get to spend some, not even significant is relative, right? But if you get to spend a significant amount of time together before you separate, I think that makes a difference. Like, in my particular situation, I think if I met that girl at the beginning of the trip.
Oh, you met her at the end of the trip?
Not necessarily the end, probably like the middle.
Okay.
I don't remember. A lot of drugs and alcohol. But anyway.
I want to hear that story later.
Yeah.
We are not discussing that anymore.
Yeah,
Off the
I think it
record.
was the middle of the trip, or
Okay.
maybe it was near the end.
Whether it was in the middle or at the end or whatever, you still met this person and you
There's
took it
still
to
a
the next
spark.
level.
There's still a spark.
Right. So you now continue that spark, made it a lasting situation for 2 years. Did it ever come up for you to move there or
Yeah.
her to move here?
Definitely.
And what was the
She would have moved here.
She would have moved here.
So what?
No, hold on now. There's a deciding factor
What's the problem?
on
What's the
why.
I'm not divulging.
See, there's always a
I know
variable.
what the problem was. I'm not gonna
That's
even
totally
mess with
just
it.
the.
Oh, you said so. We're going back to that comment.
We'll talk
You said
off
your game was
there.
off.
Off.
You said your game was off. Is that what you're saying?
Don't kill me. No.
Okay.
Segway man. We'll give you another chance. You took the title.
I would just like to say.
Segway woman.
Hold on, no. I would just like to say, long distance relationship can work. I've seen 2 instances of my friends that are making them work.
How long have they been with these
now.
people?
One girl's been with the one that's getting married in September. I think they're going on 5.
Okay,
5 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then the last one is about 2.
Wow.
So
Now, who is deciding to live where?
I think the one that's getting married in September, she has sorry to business on the street. But she has a child.
Okay.
He's 16.
Okay.
She's waiting till he finishes
Finishes
high school, and then she's moving. It's more
With
convenient.
the child.
No, the child's gonna stay,
So
but
it-
he's 18. He'll be 18.
Yeah,
He's grown.
okay, yeah.
You know,
Well,
he has a father.
Yeah.
They're big people.
Yeah,
Deuces.
yeah.
And she's gonna go and live with her husband.
Okay.
She's gonna stay, here and do her thing.
Manage. Yeah. Okay.
And then my other girlfriend, I definitely think if career-wise things don't work out for her, she would just go and live in New York. She could.
How is going back to the child though, who's 16 and turning 18? How does one leave that option or that responsibility for being a parent?
You think that she's leaving because
Well,
he's 18?
because she's thinking he's 18.
Yeah,
she
but
thinks
18.
he's-
You're
I don't think it's like that. I definitely believe conversations have been had. I don't know.
Well, and the other thing is, if he's going to his father,
And he has a dad though,
yeah,
right?
That's
I understand that, but I'm saying,
mother's a little different.
yeah, I'm
I
saying
understand.
the bond there.
I don't blame her.
No, I
don't blame her.
get
But
what
She
you're
wants to be happy, but 18. I think
you know what?
18 is young still.
It totally for me depends upon the parental relationship. So
Right.
if from 0 to not even 0, whatever, from whatever to 18,
Yeah.
she took care of him.
Right.
Then from 18 to 25,
At least
Dad
dad
might
can
be
take
No,
care of
okay,
this,
but I'm
right?
just saying the bond is there.
Yeah.
So she'll be calling him up.
definitely.
He'll be calling her up for whatever reason.
for certain things.
Or
Right.
he can come and they could. If I think if the choice was that he wants to go, he can go.
Yeah.
But I think the choice right now for him is that he does not want to go.
Okay.
I don't
So
really
then
know
what
how.
do you do?
Yeah.
Do you stop your
Yeah,
hockey
yeah, I
at
can't.
18?
Well,
You're not gonna stop.
You know
at
what? I'm
20?
gonna be quite honest with you. No, actually, I don't know. I was gonna answer this question, but the 18 it makes a big difference.
If it was
I
younger.
honestly would say you would choose your child, but it's
But it's not
Most
even a
people do.
choice of
He's not
you
even a
picking
child,
your,
baby.
your
Okay, that's when you
children
said
over
the when you said the
some
age. It threw the
changed
whole question I had off
Yeah, it
because
changed
if it was a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old,
Oh,
an
God, no,
8-year-old.
I don't think there's no choice. You're coming with me.
Yeah.
You're-
No, I understand, but now you're taking that person, that child, out of that their common element
yeah,
they're used
yeah,
to
that's
from,
another.
Okay.
from the relatives.
But at that age,
Yo.
I moved like 20 times when I was a kid. Girl.
Well, again, I haven't.
Be a
so I was-
well-rounded human.
I just feel that at I think 18 we're adults. We can vote. We
Yeah.
can.
No,
buy
you're right.
You're right.
cigarettes.
No, you're right.
You're right. I mean, you're not mature in every way, but you
You're
should
not,
be.
but I think if at that point in time his decision is to go with his mother,
It should be his choice.
it's his choice.
Right.
I
Right.
think right now at 16 he's in his head saying, "Nah, mom, I don't want to go."
Plus,
You
he
know, that
doesn't
might
want to
change.
go to no stepdad and there's
Yeah.
catch up in a fight.
Yeah, yeah,
Bust-
yeah.
And then you
I'll
hear,
tell you,
"Oh,
no
you're
one-
not my
yeah.
dad."
He's a
and all that
grown-ass
shit.
man.
He's a
He
man
doesn't
at this
want
point.
that.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think that's why she's waiting until he turns a certain age so that, you know what, he
Yeah.
can make the decision as to whether he's going to go. But she's not leaving before that.
Totally right.
On that note
Mm.
of stepdad busting kid's tail, Segway man is here.
The new segue queen kid.
All right, kid Segway. Kid Segway has entered the building. We're moving into our next topic: child
Beating.
beating or discipline.
Discipline. Yes.
to
Oh,
beat.
you have to differentiate.
Yeah,
you got
discipline.
beating
Well, that's
and
part of this
discipline.
discussion.
Yes.
That's what,
It's to beat
to beat
or not to
or
beat.
not to beat. That
That
is the question.
I think beatings are hereditary.
Oh, it's like a disease.
I definitely feel, and I will tell you that
It's in my blood, son.
it's
I'm
in my
sorry.
blood to fuck you up on impact because
My God.
my mother fucked me up on impact
My God.
when I needed it, right? Like,
Your mom used to tell us stories of horror selling. We worked with her mom. Oh, I just
oh,
forgot.
you worked with my mom
But
too.
were you? I think we'll get back to it. We'll get it.
Okay. I got disciplined as a child. I think at the age that I'm at right now, if my mom could beat me, she would. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things and the lessons, you know, why you got beaten. She always talked to us about why we got beaten and yada yada yada.
So she actually explained it.
Well, you know how.
That's why I asked.
So it was a beating first, education later.
Yeah, of course.
Most times.
Yeah, most times.
But now, this day and age, it's education first.
Beaten.
Not even a beating.
don't get
Not
beat.
even necessarily a beaten.
I will be passing that down. That's tradition.
So do you okay?
I will be handing that down to my
Do you
children.
think? First question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there was anything wrong with the way that your mother disciplined you?
No, absolutely not.
Nothing.
I got beat because I did something wrong.
So
I got
do
my
you-
ass kicked because Sasha has a mouth.
Yeah.
She's rude and
So
yada
you
yada
believe
yada.
you deserved not
I
only
deserve
the
every single beating that I got, especially the one where I
Okay.
cut the cricket, when my cousin cut up the tape recorder out of cricket's back that my mom just bought from
Wow.
one Christmas, and she stripped me down to my underwear and cut my ass in front of all my cousins.
Ugh.
I deserved it. Like, what are you doing? Like, how am I gonna buy you something you're gonna have someone else destroy it? You get
Wow.
beats. Those are the kind of things
So
I got
you
beat for.
would do the same thing.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, to be fair, I put on like 6 tights and like 5 shirts just not to get like to feel the licks. But I wouldn't like strip them
Then
down.
why not?
Well, yeah, fuck yeah, I would.
Okay.
You get beats.
Okay.
Straight up.
Was this always in the house? Was it ever in public?
Oh no, we couldn't act out in public.
Yeah, that's madness.
Who are you talking
That's
to?
madness.
No, I didn't say act out, but say for instance.
No, you
Oh no,
wouldn't
you
get
couldn't
beat
do
because you
anything on
couldn't
the
act
road.
out.
Are you crazy?
No, I'm not saying that. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase it. Say, for instance, okay, my situation is usually school related when I got beat. So somebody, and I would, back in the day, I would be coming back to a daycare or a childcare, whatever. So usually, and my dad was very mobile. So when teacher called the house,
No running.
when the teacher called the house, my dad would be at the school. They call me to the office. They call me to.
Cut your ass in front of the school.
In the school, my dad is legendary, okay? And the thing is, here's the thing. No teacher can talk to him.
At school, man.
Daycare, school.
And they never took you.
Wait, no.
They knew him. He ran.
He's a boss.
That office.
He's a boss.
He was a boss.
Where did you grow up? In Rexdale?
I was going to school in Toronto per se,
Oh, okay.
but I lived in Rexdale. But yeah, the respect was there. They knew he was a big African man. So
Well,
you're
no,
not telling
back in
different.
the day, parents could discipline their kids. Nowadays,
Yes.
you can't even
No,
yell at your
and-
kid too hard.
and
They
that's the
cry,
thing.
they go and call the police, they come into a
But here's the thing.
stuff like
This is what I don't understand.
Crazy.
Because we could have called the police too. But our parents.
You could have called the. You
you could have.
No, you could have.
The ability
You could have.
to,
When
yeah.
you were at school, you could have called the police.
Yep.
What the difference is, and I quote, my aunt used to tell my cousins, call the police. See if it's better out there. Go ahead. See if it's better.
Go to
That's
Jack's house.
And it brings us to something we were talking about earlier, is that there was a fear. And
Yes.
I believe in the fear.
Yes.
However, I believe in the fear, I believe in the discipline, I don't believe in the level, and I don't believe in the reasoning. I believe that our
Okay.
parents did a lot of things out of oh, can I think this? I'm joking. I believe our parents did things out of anger a lot of the times.
Okay.
And they did things out of just reaction. It wasn't like, this is the best punishment I could give you for this particular thing at this particular moment.
Okay.
There was no, you see, like, okay, we used to watch Cosby Show and Family Matters and stuff like that. They never got beaten.
Yeah.
Maybe, I can't think of a show, a black sitcom that got beaten, like besides Wayne's Brothers, but they were
What
Like,
you
yeah, that
call
was
it
more
there?
joke.
Sanford and Son or Good Times? One of those two.
Good Times used to be.
Yeah,
Used to
Good
be.
Times, yeah.
But in all those situations, it was Good times maybe not so much because he used to beat. It was always a let's go talk about their punishment and you go in your room until we come up and speak to you about what we're gonna do. I want to be that guy,
Really?
but you're gonna get a beating too. Like I'm gonna come up. I have a brethren. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. You guys, you know him. You know him too.
Okay.
Yeah, he worked with us and he went to Augusta.
Okay.
He said what his dad used to do is call him, say, okay, come here. Okay. You know what you did, right? You know I gotta discipline you, right? Go get the belt. Calm the whole way through. When I heard that, I was
Scary.
like, whoa! I respect the hell out of that, Dad.
That's scary.
That is scary.
I'm about the cerebral
Calmness.
advantage on my child. I'm
Now,
not.
when my mom used to call us and say, "Yo, I'm gonna come down there and beat you," I'm like, "Holy shit! Like, what can I do?"
The world end.
Yep.
Yeah,
World
like
end.
you were. I was
Listen,
scared
I'll tell you,
shitless.
I'm athletic because of beating. Bunk
Like-
beds, the couches were nothing. I got hurt on the couch in no time. I was avoiding beats on a regular. My brothers learned the same way.
You've learned how to duck and dive.
You had to bob and weave.
I have cousins. We were in Montreal one time, and their dad was in Toronto. And if they acted up, all you had to do was pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, and it's tears.
Oh,
It's tears.
definitely.
Now I'm saying, again, there's a thin line between discipline and abuse, because some person could have heard what I just said and thought of that. That's abuse.
It is,
That's
yeah,
mentally,
yeah.
you're scarring the child.
Yeah.
Right? You're mentally scarring the child.
But that scarring is necessary for the things that
Yeah,
need to be done sometimes.
necessary. That
Well, my
scarring is
manager
necessary.
told me that one time one of his friends were at his house and his son must have did something and he just like, and he get
Pat him on the head there. Yeah,
and
yeah.
The friend went ballistic because his father severely abused him as a child. So
Traumatized.
he's traumatized and him looking at, just a tap on the back of the head as like this big to
Yeah.
do, and I'm saying, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
I watched my mom beat one of my brothers with a belt buckle in his hand because he got, in trouble for doing something. Like, to me, that's a regular,
Soft.
that's
Yeah,
softy,
soft.
like you got beaten, you go to your bed, you cry, she give you some food, and then
Everything's
you're all
there.
good in the
Everything's
look
good,
the
but you
next
know your
day.
lesson.
But you
There's
got
times
the
when,
lesson.
again, I'll give you even from my personal experience, the thin line, very thin, but to me it's necessary. I was probably about 16, maybe about 16. Well, around that age when a boy starts thinking.
You start smelling
You
yourself.
start smelling yourself.
Yes.
The whole two-ball camera with the
Roller one pen.
Came home from a
I
basketball
know.
practice one day, tired, and my mom used to always warn me, "Yo, pick up your clothes," because I was a man who would throw my clothes anywhere. Pick up your clothes, or I'm taking all your clothes out and putting them in the middle of the floor, and you have to clean that all up. Came home, tired. Go open my room door, clothes all in the middle. Clothes from my closet, my drawer, everything. So I'm vaxxed now, and I'm a man.
Right.
I'm not paying no rent. I can't buy none in the fridge. Even the clothes on my back is free.
Right.
But
You're mad.
oh, you man! You can't tell me nothing. Go downstairs and go get a food dog, cause I'm not cleaning a goddamn thing, dog. What you think this is? I ain't cleaning shit. You understand? Get food. Oh, you see your room? Yeah. You know how to clean it up? No. You know how to clean it up? No. I didn't. Which is my dad's name. Calls my dad. So at that point, I kind of have to go. But I don't have to go nicely, in my opinion, because I'm still a man. So I go upstairs, I slam the door.
Yes. You slam something.
Game on.
The door didn't even, the door probably went slam. It didn't slam. Slam.
Oh, you got your
I
ass.
turned around. Whoosh! I got an elbow in my mouth. And this is the first time my dad has ever hit me in my face. Ever. But that day, it was absolutely necessary to put me right back into the place that I needed to go.
Yeah, of course.
A slap on my ass wouldn't have done that. Because I would have laughed at that. I was a man at that time. I needed to get a man beating at that time.
You know you got the right beatings when you're going to fall in that same situation and you stop knowing what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because honestly, I deserve, just like you, I deserved everything I got as a beat.
Yeah, I don't say that. I don't think I deserve that.
And here's the thing though,
Deserved every beat.
it was to a point where the look I got would scare the heck out of me.
Yeah.
And people would know.
Yeah.
If my dad stared at me,
Done
It's
deal.
over. Yeah.
when you got that stare,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
go off and do your thing. Or,
I just-
or when your mother says, wait till your dad comes
Gets home. My dad was the enforcer. My mom was just the
My
bouncer
mom,
at the front door.
no, my mom flipped the script sometimes. Sometimes my dad played up because there's 4 of us, right? So there's always some favorites, whatever. So my dad was my favorite, or vice versa, whatever. So I was getting, more disciplined because I was the oldest, right? But then later on, you got my 3 younger brothers, right? There's some play on there. So my mother would be easy on
The younger
the one, not the youngest one, and the one after me. They were the easiest. Me and my 3rd brother were kind of a carbon copy of my dad. So sometimes when people say, "Oh, your mom's too soft on your brothers," yeah, that's true. But sometimes on the flip side, she'd be hard on me.
Right. So they balanced each other.
Exactly. It was a perfect union because it wasn't one person just doing all of it. No, because one time again, when I was not doing well in school, my mom would just gone,
Right.
and I just get that shot. I'm like, my mom just hit me, and I'm kind of surprised because she never usually hit me. She would just warn somebody else to do it for me.
My mom did all the beating, every last one of them. My dad hit me one time, and I always said if I knew then what I know now, he could never get the opportunity to hit me. Now, are you mad that you hit me? And he slapped me in my face, and I think that was like, I think it was 8, and I don't know what.
Was it a wind up or was it just like a
Nah, like, I don't even, you know what, I was sleeping at the neighbor's house, and for some reason, I don't know why he felt that was a problem, because it's not something that I just did, like, it was something that you do, you know what I'm saying? Back in the 80s, like, we had friends, you do the sleepover thing, and, we're young, I was 8, and he brought me outside, and he was like, da da da, and then just slapped me in my face, and I was like, oh my god, like, this guy hit me, but, like, even at 8, I'm kind of like, yo, his ass.
I should just deal with your age.
Yeah. Right, because I didn't have that type of relationship with him where I felt like he could discipline me in that matter. My mom always did the disciplining, you know what I'm saying? And then when she hit me, you knew why she was hitting you, you understood it, and it's just like, okay, mom's mad, she hit me. I feared my mom until I was 22 years old. She gave me that look, and then you knew. Don't fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? The odd time you fuck yourself and smell yourself, and then she kick your ass. But like, and I got the most beatings in the house.
You're the eldest, were you not?
No, I'm the girl, the only girl, and I'm the middle child. So I gave.
Definitely gonna give you your beatings.
I gave the most talking.
Yep.
You know
You
what
talk
I'm
back,
saying?
you're gonna
I
get
talk
yours.
back, and she's like, yeah, we are talking, or something, you know, size, and just all of this Jamaican thing, and I was just like, like.
I guess that's why I was, again, my fear was too, I could never talk back to anybody in my family, because I just, like I said, because once, and that's the thing though, I think it's with black families, the minute someone found out you talked back or you did something wrong, the neighborhood or the community would find out, and you're just that guy.
Yes.
And then again, people would chime in.
Yes.
They'll say their toothpaste, and sometimes my aunt will come over and just boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
I heard.
Why did you do that? Yeah.
But nowadays it's so funny. Like, you can't do anything. You talk hard to these kids nowadays, and it's like the world is ending for those kids. You yell at them, it's a problem. Oh my goodness, my mom yelled at me. They're all in their feelings. I'm like, whatever happened to like?
He said it's soft.
Oh, they're soft?
Yeah.
Like, what happened to, growing a thick skin? Like I said, beatings are hereditary. Those are traditional. Like, you will inherit the way my mom disciplined me are the same ways that I'm going to discipline you, because I didn't feel that there was anything wrong with the way that my mother disciplined me.
Likewise. I
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
believe there was an issue.
There wasn't an issue, and I feel
We're
like
not perfect, but
No.
we are not in
I'd
jail.
like to stop this to say that we're missing a game, and I'm very upset about it.
I feel like who cares about the game? I just feel like these kids nowadays, they need beaten, but they want to call police.
But it's not even get to that point there. Most of these kids these days rather be friends with their parents than
No, my mom tells me that we are not friends.
I can't. No,
You can't be a friend.
You cannot be your child's friend.
No.
Listen, man, there's a thing with this this generation in comparison to ours, and the pendulum was swinging with ours. But there's a thing where a lot of things we took way too far, and now these kids are reaping those bad seeds that were sown. And a lot of this coddle your children or tell your child that they could be anything that they want. That's great. But what they're doing is giving them an attitude along with that. You could be anything. Like, it's more of it's owed to you. They were teaching their kids
Entitlement.
You're entitled to anything you want rather than you can be, which means you have to work for it.
Yep.
So now, and worse, now we have things where you guys can lie and tell the world that you are what you're not. So you have your Instagrams, you have your Snapchats, you have your Facebooks and blah, 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 where you can present yourself as something that you never are, and it satisfies your ego because people are liking it, but it's not real. It's a world of pure emptiness. That's why they're soft!
That's a different topic.
These are hollow kids to me. They're hollow and
kids
weak.
Nowadays are just really...
Yeah. So, and we teach, and a lot of things we are doing it. A lot of these campaigns for bullying and blah, blah, blah. These are things that are making our kids soft, and that's why you can't beat them, because they're too soft, and they're going to run the police. And when, like I said, my aunt used to tell my cousins call the police, and they couldn't go.
My mom
Give them the
said,
phone.
Call the police.
And they're not
going to happen. Ambulance are going to come. Police are going to come. You figure out
which one
you're going.
Exactly.
If
they're coming, I'm making sure they're coming for a reason.
That's what it was. You feared the shit out of us. You like, come on.
You can't scare these kids no more.
You cannot.
They know too much.
They
know too much.
I'm gonna go online and tell on you.
Now, don't get me wrong. We need those kid help phone.
Okay.
No, of course. Because people are taking it over. Of course.
We do. But for the event where it's used because you feel that you got a spanking and you didn't agree with the spanking.
Right.
That to me ain't no kid's help phone. I'm fucking you up. Call him. Leave me the number right there. Fuck that shit.
Nah,
I'm just saying.
I just always want to be. I just don't want to be. You're gonna get angry at your kids. I just think that's the time to beat them. I think that's the time because you lose control. Then times. That's the thing.
Well, no, and there's a fine line between discipline and abuse, and I've not been abused.
But you know that fine line is very relative.
It is.
It's all based on opinion.
I know somebody who got abused, and when the beating, I'm just even hearing that from back in the day to now, I would be mentally, emotionally, physically just scarred. Go in the bathroom, get wet. Your mom's gonna come out and beat you.
But see,
the belt on a stove.
And what I'm saying is, some
your
of
mom
the things
beats you
that
with the
we
belt.
went through, people will look at that as like, yo, I couldn't take that.
Yeah.
Abuse, you know the thin line between discipline and abuse is? It's how it affects the person that is being hit. Not so much how the person is hitting, but it's how it affects the person that's being hit. Just like, some coaches will push a certain player a certain way, and that player becomes a star. When he pushes another player the same way, that player just quits. It's the same way. Your kids, you have to know your kids.
Yeah.
That's what it really comes down to. You have to know how far you can go with your kids and try not to go too close to that point. That's my belief.
But you have
Whereas
to
people
get
try to
there,
go
though.
all the way to the point.
Right.
Like, I want to get as close as possible without touching it, like whatever that coin game is. The coin,
Right.
they get as close to the wall without breaking them. Because I don't think you should break them. I think they should be bent. Because I also believe,
That's good.
my other side of the thing is, I always say, I want my kid to be clever and smart. So if you could do something and get away with it, I'll applaud your ass. I'm gonna be like, if you drink the liquor in my bar and I don't find out for months, I'm gonna come to you and say, okay, you got it. But don't do it again.
No, but then why?
But the first time,
you know this though? Like, aren't you checking up on your?
this is what I'm saying. If it's on me, or he was just smarter than me, like he put enough water in it to not let me taste it. Whatever he did. If he's sneaking out at night and he goes through his bedroom window and I don't come check on him and he still gets away with it, but I figure it out because his shoes are wet, something like that. And I'm like, yeah, cool. But next time, figure something else other than your shoes being wet. Because if your shoes are wet again the next time, and that's how I figured it out, I'm busting your tail.
Busting your ass, yeah.
And there's a limit, of course, because you can't get away. I'm never letting you get away with coming in the house drunk. Like, you're not getting away with certain things.
Right.
Certain things you are getting your tail bust
Yeah.
for, regardless of when you do it. But I'm about the cerebral advantage. Though I watch way too much Cosby Show to not apply some of that knowledge to my kids. I'll tell one story, and this story, I friggin' love this story. It's not even me, it's my boys. My boy in high school, no, elementary, whatever, he's getting his report card. His parents know he's getting his report card. So he got a bad grade. Is previously warned, whatever class, I can't remember, say it's math. Do not get a bad grade in math, you're in trouble. So he's got the bad grade in math. So he said, oh man, what am I gonna do? Him with his infinite brilliance, he figures a way to change the grade, like all of us stupid ABC special kids try to do. So he changes the grade now. So he gives his report card to his parents. Clear, right? It's good. So a couple days go by, he comes home. So when he comes home, there's like a piece of paper on his driveway. So picks up the piece of paper. It's his report card, but his real report card. Goes a little further, another copy. Goes a little further, another copy. Opens his door, there's copies going all the way up to his room. And in his room is his parents waiting without punishment. Cerebral advantage. And the cerebral part about it is that he thought he got away with it.
How long before they did this?
It's like a couple days after he gave it to him. A couple days. Thought he got away with it. I'm the type of man, I'll give you a freaking Sunday. Like, I'll take you out to McDonald's and then bust your tail, man. Then I'm busting your tail.
Legendary status right there for the
You have to do it.
Not bad.
So having said that, I guess we agree to disagree. You guys can let us know what you think about it.
Who agree? We're all busting our kids' ass.
Yeah, we all bad.
Do you beat your daughter?
No.
No?
Because of your daughter? Or is it because,
because she doesn't do anything?
She's a girl or not a son, or just other circumstances?
Other circumstances.
Okay, we'll go with other circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off-air talks. Off-air
Get
talks.
their ass cut.
See, you're busting your kid's ass.
Oh,
I'm disciplining.
I'm busting shit.
Going toe to toe.
I am cut.
I don't want to end up at your work on the wrong side of your work. That's what I'm trying to
I will get there. My kids will know. You can't call. I'll cut your fingers off. Who are you gonna call?
Wow.
No, I'm just saying.
Not even the ability to even tell me to
Get the show on the air.
I just want my children to
The show's
know
gonna be
that.
banned.
We're done.
Fingers out.
So yeah, so we're done.
No. They're gonna get beat. Sorry.
Wow.
They are going to get their ass cut.
Well, on that note,
On that note, thank you.
before we get any more violent, we're signing off.
Yes.
The Man Dem Show. Yours truly, Slang Hugh, co-host alongside my homeboy.
Sir Toks here. Thank you, Miss Sasha.
Thank
with
you.
the curves.
Thank you for coming through. Special guest Sasha Curves in the building.
Yes.
It was a good set of shows.
Oh, most definitely.
absolutely.
So look out for us every Friday, 3:30 p.m. Starting. What is next week Friday's date? I guess I should have looked at this. Right?
That's the
Look at your calendar right now. Next Friday, whatever Friday it is, it's that Friday.
Yeah.
That's the Friday we're going to be dropping each and every Friday at 3:30. Actually, yeah, because
That's
technically
July 1st
this will be coming out on the
24th.
first Friday.
Most definitely.
So the 24th,
The 24th is Friday.
that might have passed already.
July
Yeah.
1st.
Yeah. Forget dates.
Yeah.
Every
Friday,
every Friday at 3:30.
3:30.
Tell them where to check us out.
Most definitely. We got us on Twitter as the Slang and Toks. We got our email address, the slangntoks show at gmail.com. We'll be soon. I guess we're on Instagram. Are we on Instagram yet?
You know we're not yet.
We will be on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We got our Facebook page, the Man Dem
SoundCloud.
Yeah, we're on SoundCloud. All the links will be available everywhere you see
Are
us.
you guys on Instagram? Apple?
We're going to be on iTunes.
iTunes very
Yes,
soon.
we will be. We're
By the
setting
time
up.
this is out, we'll be on iTunes.
Most
Okay.
definitely. So definitely check us out. Again, leave comments anywhere you can, be it at the main page or website, or even email, or even us individually. If you have a topic that you want us to talk about, feel free and shoot us a message, and we'll probably try to get to it as soon as we can. Other than that, again, thank you for everyone that participated, and of course, we're out.
Good night.
Peace.
Yes, yes.
Man Dem Show.
Sir Toks is in the building.
It's yours truly, Slang Hugh.
World famous, yes. World famous, yes.
I agree with everything the man was saying.
Nonsense.
Yo, boom, are you dumb?
One.